Welcome to the FM Systems Training Series. In today's session, we're going to be covering occupancy zones and how we can incorporate extensibility tools to make assigning these zones to personnel much simpler. Let's take a look at some existing occupancy zones that have already been defined inside of FM Interact. First, if you have not already, we're going to log in as the administrator. Then we want to open up the views, and now we're going to take a look at the workspace zones, the 5.02 workspace zones view. Here we get insight into zones that have already been created. I have selected this zone called Marketing Zone 1. From here I can see that my target people to workspace ratio is 1.5. So we're looking at a 1.5 ratio of personnel to the spaces that we've assigned to the zones. Next thing we want to do is take a look at a report, and this report is going to be the 2.60 Alternative Workspace Report. And from this report we can see that Marketing Zone 1 is only at a density of 0.5 when we're looking at a target density of 1.5. So one of the things that we can do is we can go into the 5.04 People to Workspaces view, and I can take a look at who I have assigned to the marketing zone. Now, to add more personnel to this marketing zone, I would have to manually click on Add, define what the zone is, and then go find the employee, and have to do that one by one. But there's a better way that we can do this, and that's through the use of an extensibility item called Assign to Zone. And it's a button that we're going to add to our employee update view here, and then it's going to show up right next to Add and Delete. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go down to our System Administration section. Then we're going to click on Manage Modules, Built-in Modules, Space Management, and then I'm going to select Modify View. Inside of Modify View, I want to grab that 3.01 Employee Update View, and then I'm going to click on OK. Now in the top section here, I'm going to scroll down in this list, and I'm going to see some extensibility options here for buttons. And I'm going to select Form Buttons. So I'm going to select Form Buttons, then I'm going to click on Add Button here. And you'll notice that inside the list is my Assign to Zone. So I'm going to click on that, click OK, and now I have my Assign to Zone button listed inside of my 301 Employee Update view. All I have to do now is click Save. Now that extensibility item has been added, so I'm going to come back to my 3.01 Employee Update view. And right away I can see the Assign to Zone button is now listed in there. Now one thing I can do is I could manually go through here and select these, but I'm going to use of the filter tools, and I'm going to type in MKTG AD because I know that there is a department called Marketing AD, and then I'm going to create an equal to parameter, and now all of the employees assigned to that department now display. So now all I have to do is select the ones that I want to assign to the zone, click on the Assign to Zone button. Now it's asking me, well, which workspace zone? And it filters for only the occupancy zones that are available. Now I click OK, and now those 4 personnel have been added. I can go back to my report, refresh that report, and then now we see that the new density is 8 to 8, and my actual density is now up. So we can now add more to this using this in order to reach our target density. But that's how we can quickly update our personnel to alternative workspaces using the extensibility tool.